Take this. Okay. There's a lot of games going on, so. Ewy gooey. Time life. That ooey gooey. It was because of a Domino's thing. But hey, welcome back, YouTube and Twitch. I don't know why I said welcome back like that. That was weird. But we're currently back on playing Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Last week I thought it was gonna be the end of that route, but hey, it extended further than we thought. Everyone is mostly like unalived that right now at this point. I think there's like few that remain. It's Sigma, you, um, uh, Phi. I don't know about Dio. No, wait, Dio is there too. And K. So far, those are like the four that we know that remained. But then those the other three that were like we don't know if they're okay or not. But yeah, I'm just like I don't know who could be the killer out of all the entire group. The unaliver. Hold on, I'm just setting up my Twitch thing on my phone. Oh man, I gotta go do that thing for the Pokemon cards when I get the chance. Is this? Hey, was this? Perfect. Okay, it's all set up and good. I should be muted. Why am I never muted on my phone? Okay. So let's just switch screens over here. Bada bing. I always put it on here. This is how like I can always hear it on audio if I'm on the game. And it also won't replay the opening cutscene over and over again while I'm like, just letting it like I'm just like setting up everything. But yeah, continue from the beginning? No. Yes. All right, last week we left off I was just like, yeah, I'm doing this the next week. I'm also eating, so I'm sorry. Right, we found the security room. Oh, or the room is the security room right now. Oh. This is where we are. I gotta do this, so. I'm sorry. I'm chewing or, talking about eating. I literally just woke up. Well, actually, I woke up like 40 minutes ago, but everything's setting up and I haven't been able to eat it yet. This must be the main monitoring station. All 9 of the screens are dark though. Probably aren't powered on. Most likely. So how do we turn them on? What kind of question is that? There's probably some switches or something around here somewhere. Can we look down? Oh, we can't. Whoa. Hey, I just rubbed it a little and it turned on. I don't think the rest is going to be easy though. Look at the screen. Oh, let me get my pencil and paper. The password. Okay, I was about to say, there's like, dude, if you were to look at my papers of like anyway, always like writing notes on, people would think I'm fucking insane if like you don't know the whole strat of like writing your notes down type situation when playing video games. People will be like, what could this mean? Valetti Moon on. What could that mean? I also like wrote names. This is when I was making my Miis for Tomodachi Life. I wrote names on the side, on the right side, so people be like, is this like a hit list? Is this like something that they have to check off? Like, who's the murderer? Like, what type of fucking situation is this? Oh my god. That was super funny. Excuse me, hold up. Funny enough, I like keeping my notes too, so like whatever I have previously, it's like somewhere in a folder. I gotta sneeze. Okay. I'm like, I hope my mic is on. There's a password input for in the center of the screen, which we don't have. Okay, I'll just leave me here. Speakers. Yeah. They look pretty normal. I would agree. The chair. Yep, and it's red. Another password. This one's the same. I barely touched it and it's ready to go. Yeah, it's doing the same thing too. Okay, so we need passwords. I would assume this is what powers these on. Some binders. Damn, I can't understand a word on of this. It looks some kind of code. All of those binders are like that. Shoot. I wonder what this is. Don't know. Looks like a machine of some kind. No idea what it does. The chair that we just went past is red. The chair that was in the middle area was yellow. And this one's blue, so I assume it's on the other side. I'm clicking everywhere now. Like compared to last time, fuck off. Okay, well here's this. That's where we have to go. What's this? Hourglass with red sand. Hourglass with yellow sand. Okay. Sofa. Seems perfectly normal. So it does. Is this a lion? What's it got in his mouth? It's some kind of button, right? It looks like you can push it. You can barely make it out, but I think there's something carved on the surface. A sun. Yes. So is this the lion eating the sun? Yeah. Whatever. Right now we need to focus on getting out of here. I'm gonna push that button. That okay? Yeah, sure. Whoa. The light turned off. I guess it's a light switch. Okay. I like the glow it has. Ooh, look at that. Oh. This side is pink hexagons with the green stars. And this side is the opposite. Okay. Fire. Hot fire. For now. Whoa, 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 whoa! This is all gibberish to me. What's the chair color right here? Red. A green chair. Okay, that's green. I don't know why I'm writing it all the way to the right over here. There's like so much space to the left. Do this. This one's yellow. I like the area's music right now. So there are letters on the front of the step underneath the red line. I don't know how to unscramble words, man. You know, I made that as a fucking O too, so that's a good thing that we're actually checking them. Why do I not capitalize some letters? I don't know. ADGB. Yeah, that's what it says. My dumbass wrote the ed mess. Okay. Yeah, okay. We got that out the way. Strange looking set of shells. Hey, check it out. It's all lit up. Yeah, pretty colorful. Do you think it's a hint? Maybe. Okay. Let's turn on the light again. Because I'm so confused. Alright. Move down here. Oh yeah, that's where the things were. Oh good! What could this fucking mean to me? No, but it wouldn't be in that pattern right now. The way how they have it there, so it has to be something specific. Let's see. For login screen, I think we need to put in a password. I'll give it a shot. I mean, I doubt this would be the password, but fuck it. Nah, it's like a full-on thing. I lied. You just have to put check. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Good job. Ha, cakewalk. Sure, did you see the icon? The one in the upper left corner. Yeah. Wonder what the icon means. Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay, I'm on it. Change the colors to the correct ones by clicking the hexagons and triangles. Remember that you only have 4 moves to complete this puzzle. Oh, but is it... Which way is it, though? It's 4 moves. Oh, shiitakes. Oh, because we need this one. I was like, wait. I didn't know which one it was, so I'm just like, I'll go with this one. Oh, you figured it out. Not bad. And my reward. Ha, nice try. Looks like Zero's got something for you, though. You mean this new icon? Right. What was that noise? Nothing happened on the screen. Look up. The one over your head. Huh? Huh? I was you. That's not much of a sentence. It just says I was you. Okay. We're eventually gonna need to solve this. Yes, I know. Other one. There you go. Alright, the yellow one. I hope I got this right. It's one of the two here. My handwriting is so terrible with this one for some reason. With just this one alone. Got it though. Means I can read it. Let me take a bite of my damn bread. Huh? This one got two. What? I don't quite get it. I can't figure this one out. What are you talking about? There's a cakewalk. You just have to see how many seconds each of those hourglasses count and enter those numbers at the bottom of the screen. Make sense? I know that. I just... Hold up. I can't do this. We have the hourglasses too in our hands, but... Okay, they're about the same size of the thing. Determine the value in seconds for each hourglass, then fill in the blanks. If the value is a single digit number, place a 0 before it. Okay. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Interesting. It went all the way in 1 second. Okay. This had a second. This had a second off. One. 2. 3. I don't know if this is actually the solution that I'm working with, but it's something to work with right now. Five. 6. 7. Just took 7, right? That was 8, that one I just did right now. 9. 10. 11. 12. I don't quite understand this puzzle at all. Determine the value in seconds. Okay. Oops. Hold up. Let's say this is always a second, right? Like every time you do it, it's a second no matter what you do. Yeah, because it's always like the first one to go away, right? See, that gave me 3 seconds as well. 2, 3, 4. So it's like what? 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 4, 0, 5. I think. Oh, fuck. Oh. We didn't get an archive in this, did we? Let's back out for a bit. Non-switches. They're all red. Does that mean they're all off? But you tried to flip some of them. You hear something? Yeah, I did. Kind of starting up a sound. Okay. I see. This is from the security cameras. I thought so. Hey, what about Tamil G, Clover, and Quark? Can you see them anywhere? You can see just as well as I can. There's nobody there. No Dio or K either. Might as well take a good look at that though. Damn, nothing. Okay. So if I was to just we just turned them all on. Each screen seems to be a security camera. Can't see anybody though. Floor A, floor B. I wonder if this is specifying anything. Like, if we turn off one, what happens if we turn off one? Nothing. Alright, just keep them on, I guess. Whoa. Oops. Alright. Let's go to the last one. This one over here. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, the last password we have is the long one. T M J Y U V G J. I was about to say, I wrote that? Like, what the fuck? Alright, guys, don't forget that password. That's gonna be on the test. Fuck, so this one's not the hourglass one then. Yeah, okay. We need to turn. Do we gotta turn these all green as well? be missing this. Also, that's wrong because we need these to be pink. Or these to be green. Okay. Gotta do this in 4 tries. There's a pattern. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck it would be. No. Oh, fuck! Ignore that. Doesn't connect to this. That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. I just did a repeat of what it was. Let's see. What the fuck did I do? Ha! Oh. You got a new icon. I'm done meeting. I was hoping they will voice like this part, but yeah. Okay, I was about to say, how you fucking move again? I was you. Will be me. Alright. Oh, hey, wait. The red is 4, and the yellow is 11. Oh my god, is it that simple? Hold up. It's that simple. Just count the fucking lines. I thought it was like a whole convoluted fucking like figure out like the differences and all that shit. Ah. Got it. Not bad. Huh? What the heck is this? There's a different word on each one. I guess you're supposed to shuffle them and around until they make a sentence. How? Well, look at the screen underneath them. It's got the same words in 9 squares. So I'm supposed to use the console to move the words around. That would be my guess. Okay, let's give it a shot then. Hold up. Gotta fucking... I was you. Will be me. Does it end with the... Okay. I was you. She knows everything. I will be. Oh, well, let's see. That's not bad. She. She knows everything is the interesting part of this. What was the last one? No, why won't it work? Maybe you don't need some of those words. You think? Will be me. Will be me. Okay. I was you. Okay. So she knows everything is the one off that we have to get off. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Just another run-on sentence at that point. Uh-huh. There you go, this is in a weird area. Just as I thought. Yeah, it looks like you got it. Good work. Nothing changed though. Well, at least not here. Yeah, take a look at the screens up on the wall. All green. Alright, got it. Moon. Right. By the way, since tomorrow's Summer Game Fest, right? I do hope that I stream early tomorrow. That way we can get some the Samana files in for tomorrow. But then once it hits, what's it called? 5, I believe. I think it was 5 o'clock. We'll stop playing Isamna, and hopefully we at least made some traction on that, so that way we can like kind of defer from it. But we'll start setting up for Summer Game Fest. Watch Summer Game Fest, and I think it's gonna be like what, an hour? I don't know if it's gonna be 2 hours, honestly. State of Play was interesting, by the way. I should have mentioned that. State of Play was very interesting. Some games were pretty okay. I was like, all right, cool. Dynasty Warriors, I was like, hell yeah. Cause I'm a big Dynasty, I'm a big Warriors fan for the most part. I do like the games. I just don't play them as often as I should. They're like my go-to brain dead games, pretty much. What else is there? There was that new like, I want to say BR game, the one where you're like a yokai hunter. That one's kind of cool. The new God of War is very awesome. I don't play God of War, but what I've seen of people play, I say it's fucking epic, and they got another game coming for them. Oh, what else can I go? You know what's surprising to me though? Here's a little trinket. No Cage 4. No Persona news. There was no. This is for me. There was no Nier news, as in Nier/Drakengard news. But the reason I say there wasn't anything available for it is because they're saving it for either Summer Game Fest or the Xbox One or the PC gaming. I say Summer Games Fest because that that unifies all of them. But yeah, just saying. Just saying. Thank you. I can still do it again? Ah, okay. Hold up. But yeah, I'm just saying, I'm blacking out if, new Drakengard news comes up. Oh, that's kind of an obvious one. Oops. Moon. Sun. Sun. Okay. Alright. We still don't have this yet. Or maybe it's not needed. Just give it a try. But yeah, I really do hope they get anything KH4, a new Final Fantasy, the third part is released, or like is gonna be mentioned at least. What else was there that I mentioned? New Personas, like either Persona 6 or Persona 4 Revival, either or one of them is good enough. And then anything Nier related, man. I've been needing something Nier related for so long. Like, you have no idea. I've been like really like, I'm like, oh man, I'm so inching away. Secret. There you go. So it did. The card looks familiar, different image though. Yeah, it's the one of the AB room cards. Well, I guess there are two of them actually. These are the star keys that the announcer was talking about. Then we got the same key as usual. Okay, let's get going. I like whatchamacallit, the fact that yes, of course I am. Get on with it. Right. Here we go then. 3, 2, 1. There you go. We did that in like about 30 minutes. Not terrible. This room wasn't too bad. There was like some things that kind of should have correlated with another, but then I was like, okay, I get it. What's up? What's that?
さっきモニターを確認したとき、私たちはリアルタイムの映像ばかりに天明寺、四つ葉、クオーク。
Yeah.
それからディオと K の行方を探し求めていたからだ。だが、監視カメラの使い道はそれだけじゃない。通常の場合。
Yeah, you're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. They store that we might be able to see it.
わからないが、試してみる価値はあるだろう。
Definitely. What do we do?
私に任せておけ。
Yeah, use this
この
thing.
コンソールのインターフェースは人間が操るようにデザインされている。そして人間が操るようにデザインされたものは大抵の場合、触ってる間に使い方が分かってくるようになるものだ。戦闘機も洗濯機も洗濯バサミも基本的には変わらない。何をどうすればどうなるのかはいじってる間に。ほらな。
Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
褒めるなよ。お前の方が立場が上みたいじゃないか。
Wait, what the heck is this? Everything says no data.
ログを調べてみよう。くそ。参ったな。私たちが来る前に。すべての映像で、おそらくそうだろう。
By 0. Okay, I'll make sure. I remembered how to look at the log again.
実行者はアドミニストレーター。
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. The footage could have told us a
それ
lot.
だけじゃないぞ。3つの殺人事件の真犯人も。キャビンの2号室の監視カメラはアリスとルナが殺害された時の経緯を記録していたはずだし、英会の倉庫の同じくそれはローバが殺された時のさらに付け加えるならゼロボスの正体まで私たちを AB ルームの中へと運び込んだ時の様子が。
It was
開いてみ
this.
るか。
Yeah.
タイトルはゴーレムランニングデータとな。
That should be the system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
緑の扉の先にずらりとロボットの
Yeah.
来たぞ。
Everything has been erased
そ
too.
のようだな。
Guess there isn't anything we can. Wait a
どう
second.
した？
There's a scroll bar. Try scrolling. There you go. I knew it. That golem we met is still functional.
どういうことだ？お前の話によると、そのゴーレムとやらは頭から煙を吹いて倒れたんじゃなかった。
Yeah, but he said that his. Wait. Yeah, but he said that what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. That his brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his
今
logs?
やってるところだ。よし。
Then try the one that says cache. These file names all just seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one and open it.
了解。これは。
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably from right after K decked us. We'll be tossed into the white door on the left in a minute. We'll just watch. Me getting dragged.
なるほど。こ
Interesting.
れはゴーレムがメインコンピューターから元データの方は消されてしまったが。すると
Exactly.
このデータを逆に。
We might be able to figure out who the killer is, maybe even who Zero Senior is.
やったな。お手柄だぞ。し。
Come on, I told you I don't need you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed K and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
どうやら二人は無事。
I just leave Temayoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. I eventually blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. Why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is... Wait, could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. Still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. Woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Fi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
大丈夫か？
Her voice sounded normal again, and she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about
本
it.
当に？それはよかった。廃人のようになってしまったから。一時はどうなる？
Well, it seemed I have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found.
575。それは俳句の方の廃人な。その調子だと
Wow.
問題なさそうだな。
Yeah, I think I must just be getting tired. Kind of surprised it didn't catch up to me
だといい
sooner.
んだが、妙な病気にかかってるとかじゃ。
For just a moment, I thought of Radical 6, but I didn't want to worry Fi if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
とにかく、顔色の方も良くなってるし。
What are you, my
分
mom?
かったよ。信じてやろう。ところでシグマ、お前が休んでいる間に判明したことがある。来てくれ。キ
What
ャ
is
ビ
it?
ンの2号室。アリスとルナが死体となって発見された部屋の映像だ。ゴーレムのアクセス記録の中。
One was just recorded. Up there on the right, that looks like some sort of
解
time
読
code.
できるのか？
No, it's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or
だよ
tails of
ね
it.
この施設のメインコンピューターは独自の時間単位ファイルネームもそれを基準にして付けられているようだった。そんなわけでこいつを見つけ出すだけでも一苦労でな。
Huh? Oh, it's K.
Mm.
He looks like at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time
一
is
時停
left.
止して拡大してみよう。
21 minutes. That means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors open, right? And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
まあこの後 K は部屋を出て行き、およそ2分後に
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is K 1 minute before he saw us. That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate
K
Luna.
の証言を信じる実際に蘇生処置を行って
Are there any other
探
angles?
し回ったが見つからなかった。映像はこの位置から捉えたものしか残っていない。いずれにせよ、ここで大事なことは
Mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time Luna's death,
So-
right?
心の準備。よし。では続けるぞ。この映像データの先頭に戻り、そこから時系列分かりやすいように、この便宜的な仮の時間としてな。
Right.
で、これ、
There's no one here.
ここからおよそ1分間は無人の映像が続く。
Wait, how do you know it's been a minute? Oh, that's the hourglass we used
そうだ
earlier.
通常の速度で再生しながら、この砂時計で時間を計った。だから0時0分を基準にして、その何分後に何が起こったのか。
Huh. Oh, someone's coming. Luna, is that Clover behind her?
0時1分の映像に、ちなみにこの時私とシグマは B 階の倉庫でディオと話していた。後で逆算すればわかるだろう。
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening
そ
to
うだ
her.
な。
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track? Oh, what the hell is this?
波形データが別の何かに変換されているようだが。
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
さて、それじゃあ早送りするぞ。この後しばらくは、特にこれといった変化もないまま、四つ葉の質問が自体が急変するのは、ここだ。
Hey, they're gone. As I watched Clover move steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened, Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another? Oh no, you said this was it.
見つかったのはこれだけだ。だがこの時何が起こったのかは、後の映像を見れば、ある程度推測すること。
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of in a
そうだな。
panicking.
二人がフレームアウトしてからおよそ1分40秒後。0
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means
まあ待て。推理をするのは最後まで見てからに0時12分。
Dio. He disappeared too down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
正確なだが、何か我々に知られたくないことをしていたのは間違い。白の扉の前で
Why?
シグマがクオークのことについて尋ね。
知らねえよんなもん。俺はあれからずっとここにいたんだ。
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
嘘をつくからには理由があるはず。何かやましいことでもあったのだろう。
And whatever it was, it happened during this time. Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a
も
hurry.
しかしたら物音を聞いたのかもしれん。
Like what?
水色の扉が開く音だ。ディオが退出してから10秒後、4人目の人物がやってくる仮の時間では、
It's Kay. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
さて、K が消えたな。
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame,
K
just
の
like the
証
others.
言が正しいとするなら、あいつはこの時からルナに対する蘇生処置、実際にこれから16分間は何の変化もないというわけで、早送り。
Sure.
よし、通常の再生速間もなく見覚えのある映像が画面に現れる。
Okay, the bottom frame, and he's checking checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
白の第一扉が開くまでの残り時間は21。仮の時間で言うと0時29分。そしてこの1分後、0時30分に
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
見てもらいたかった映像は以上だ。最初に言った判明したことというのも具体的に言うと
You mean who killed Luna,
断
right?
言はできない。今の映像だけだわ。証拠としては不十分だが、可能性の高い人物なら誰だと思う？
Right now with the footage in my head. Clover and Luna enter the room. 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. They both move out of the frame. Clover exits the room. Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems like that Dio was up to no good during this period. Dio exits the room. Kay enters the room. This is revealed. It's 60 minutes with nothing. And 29 minutes. The bracelet. That's 21. The primary doors. Okay. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is Dio?
どうしてそう思う？
He was up to something in
そ
there.
のやましいことというのが、
Yeah.
根拠としては弱いな。
Who do you think it
今の
is?
ところ可能性が高いのは、
Why? Luna could have still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna
あ
too.
確かにその通り。さっきの映像だけでは誰が犯人なのかはわからない。だが、ここに一つの要素を加えることによって、四つ葉の犯行説は濃厚になってくるんだよ。
What is that?
白
What
の
is that other
扉
thing?
の前で見せた。あの時 K は私たちに向かって、それに対してシグマは他の3人を見殺しにして、この時ディオが何て言ったか。
バカなこと言ってんじゃねえぞてめえ。その結果ここにいる4人も全員死ぬことになるんだぞ。
これは明らかに私とシグマの2人だけで白の扉に入れることを知っている者の言い方だ。つまりディオは
Dio knew that we had Luna's bracelet, which would mean he also knew she was dead, right?
そうだ。もしもディオがルナが亡くなっていることを知らなかったなら、そもそも K からの要求が提示された時点で
That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna?
ところが奴はルナがいないことをさも当然のごとく感じているようだった。なぜかここで可能性は2つに絞られることになる。ディオがキャビンの2号室に入った時にはルナはすでに亡くなっていたか、ディオ自身がルナを殺したかだ。しかし後者の場合、やはりディオの言動を考えると不自然で
I'm so flattered!
Wow. Batter, what's good? Thank you for the raid once more. I appreciate it, man. I looked over to my left gun and saw it. I was like, what? Thank you. I appreciate for the raid. Hello, raiders. We're playing Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. I'm currently on the first main route, I believe. We're like up to here. I'm just going all the way left if it allows me to. But eventually we'll start clearing up like everything of this left path, and then we'll start going to the paths ongoing, unless the game stops me for story related stuff. But I hope you enjoy. I'm just invested in the story right now. Yeah, that's the same route I took. Hell yeah. The latter was correct, however. Oh shit, this is what she
も
said.
しもディオがルナを殺したのなら、むしろそのことを隠すために、
Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the white doors without her.
そんな風にしらばっくれて、あたかも自分はルナの死と無関係であるという態度を装うのが普通だが、さっきも話した通り、何も言わなかったのだから、当然奴は白だろう。少なくともそのことによって、ディオすると、残るは前者のみ。つまり、
Now, when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead. So it was
さ
Clover
ら
then.
に付け加えると、
You mean what Alice noticed?
アリスは AB ルームが移動されていたことから、老婆、そのことに気づいた四つ葉は、ルナが口封じのためにアリスを殺害したのではないかとの思いを抱くに至った。そこで四つ葉は真相を問いただすべくルナをキャビンの2号室へと導いた。
Gentlemen,
アリ
right?
スの遺体を前にすればルナも素直に白状するだろう、そう考えたのかもしれない。ところがルナは犯行を認めようとはしなかった。そして9分間にわたる追及の末、そのきっかけが何だったのかはわからない。ルナが四つ葉の逆鱗に触れるようなことを言ってしまった。あるいは四つ葉の必要な追及に負けて、とにかくその時に何かがあって四つ葉は強行へと至ったのだ。
When did Clover get the injection
最
gun?
初の CD、 黄色の扉をくぐり抜けた後じゃないか。あの時四つ葉はアリスやケイと共に医務室を捜索している。医務室ならそれがあったとしても不思議ではなかろう
Okay.
と今まで言ってきたのはただの仮説だから、
Game theory. Okay.
確証があるわけではないからくれぐれも誤解しないように。
Yeah, I know. We still got 3 people missing technically, but yeah. Well, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
四つ葉、天明寺、クオークの行方をつかめそうな記録はなかったし、ローバとアリスが殺された時の映像も見当たっ
Zero Senior's identity. Okay, well, let's go find Clover. Guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
四つ葉、生きてるかな。
She is. She has to be.
だといいんだがな。
Okay. What can I say about any of this, to be honest? It's all interesting for, like, what has been going on. The fact that Luna could have been, like, the killer or something, but, like, it still wouldn't fit. Like, something's off about it. Then Clover being the killer also doesn't feel right. Kay being the killer wouldn't make sense, because Dio would have seen it, or not have seen it, but something would have... Dio would have noticed that she wasn't dead already. Like, Dio already knew that she was dead. That's the whole idea that they're saying right now. I don't know. This is all over the place with this one. Like, who could be the killer? Blah, blah, blah. No one's here.
ああ、とりあえずこの A 階から探してみよう。キャビンから順番にエレベーターの方へと向かう形でいいな。
Yeah. Did we split up? I think that's like the worst choice to do between us. Damn, I just had a thought and I lost it completely.
シグマ、私は3号室。
Got it. Nothing in room 1. Nothing in room 2 besides like a locker. Oh, and Alice. And Luna. Okay, they're in room 2, got it. Most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just this strange, cold shell, and every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room. I had a thought, and I completely lost my whole train of thought.
ダメだ。
Oh! Right. The thing about, that one puzzle where you had to, like, move the screens, to match up the words that you saw on the other screens. I was you and, Bewill me or something like that. And then the last one was she knows everything. And then that's where it was like, she knows everything. What could that reference as?
3号室と4号室には誰もいない。そっちは
Same. Nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long weary
おい
sigh.
どうしたんだよシグマ。しっかりしてくれ。今 私たちがやらなければならないことは何だ。
Looking for the
そうだ
others.
気持ちはわかるが塞ぎ込んでいても仕方がない。行こう。
Yeah, you're right. I turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up from off the wall and followed. Heaved. Let's do a quick stretch. Okay. But yeah, this route has a lot of questions in my opinion. Just like, what the fuck is really going on? Huh. The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. Jesus. The lead ball turned to ice and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cold, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I had left. Why did I read that so weird? I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My arm had away at my ribs and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
視覚になってたんだな。モニタールームで見たリアルタイムの医務室の映像に。
Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess the partition was in the way. They're handcuffed together.
一方のリングは四つ葉の左手首を拘束し、それら二つのリングをつなぐ鎖はシンクの下のパイプの裏へ。
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed.
見ろ。
Why?
二人の手首に手錠を外そうともがいた後だ。
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this? Jesus. There's a cut on Tomiyoji's left hand. It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
服に付着している血液も他に目立った外傷はないしな。とはいえ、これが致命傷とは思えん。死因はおそらく。
Penalty. The primary doors closed. They couldn't get to them. The needles in their braces activated and
二人の左手首には注射痕がある。
Jesus, all those scratches. You see the
多分ハイメトリーを投与されて亡くなったんだ。
Tubuku. I can never pronounce this. The Tubukurarin, whatever, must have killed them. Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
どうだ、そもそもクオークがいなければ二人は白の扉の先へは進めず、時間切れを狙った故意の殺人だとするなら、あえて二人を拘束する必要はなかったんじゃ。
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
言ったそばからすまないが。
You find something. Hold up, I need a AC remote real quick. It's hot in this room. But I bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. The CM bracelet. This was Quirk's.
EP も9になっているから、おそらく間違いないだろう。
What is Quirk's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quirk's bracelet is here, then that means...
心臓が止まればその人の番号は外れるようになってるんだよさ。
No. It can't be happening. Not Quirk.
待て、落ち着けシグマ。バングルが外れているからといってクオークが死んでいるとは限らんだろうが。これは絶望の底に刺した一筋のコン。
Ray of
そう
hope.
だ。もしもクオークがバングルをはめたままだったら、あいつは今頃天だが、クオークのバングルはここにある。ここにあるということは ハイメトリーの魔の手を逃れ
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed? That's impossible. Zero Junior told us that they only come off when your heart stops or when you
じゃあ
escape.
外に出たのかもしれん
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped and came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Junior said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back
どうし
in.
てそんな風に悲観的に考える実際にクオークが死んでいるところを見た前向きに考えるんだシグマ現実とは我々が思い描いた通りに構築されていくものだ
I don't think he's being pessimistic. I say he's being more of a realist at this point. Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen? Oh my god.
いい加減にしろクオークは絶対に生きてる絶対にそう強く信じるんだあんな罪のない子供が殺されてたまるものか
Wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Temayoji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallow my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope for that Fi was right. Perhaps Quirk was still alive. Go to the next room over. He's just there on the floor. What are you doing?
二人の体を調べまずは天明寺からの手がかりを見つけるために
Why? What kind of
犯人を
clues?
突き止めるためのクオークのバングルが見つかったことによってもしも犯人がそれを見ていたとするなら明確な殺意があったことになる
I mean, I guess the remaining murderers, or remaining people who could be murderers, would be Kay, Dio, and Quark. Honestly speaking, I think this whole time Quark has been the one who's been murdering, and no one suspects him because he's just a kid. I think that's what's been happening this whole time. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
多分な妙だな
What's wrong?
何も見つからないんだよ何も見つからないことが覚えてるだろ
Let's tell me the rec
天
room.
明寺は娯楽室で私たその時に使ったスプレーのボトル確かにポケットにしまったのを私は見たの
Oh, but now he doesn't have it. Oh. Do you think the killer
わ
took
から
it?
んとにかく四つ葉の遺体の方も考えるのはそれから
Fi knelt down to next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then after a moment, I saw her hand stop.
なあ四つ葉の大腿部何か書いてあるように見えないか
Yeah, it
申
does.
し訳ないが少しばかり足の位置をずらさせてもらおう
It's written in blood. It must be Temioji's
016と読めるな
016.
待ってくれ何か思い出しそうな気がする016確かにどこかで
016.
ダメだ思い出せない
Don't get my hopes up
い
like
ずれ
that.
にせよこの数字が犯人を示す何かであることは間違いないだろう多分四つ葉はマンドレイン例の麻酔薬が打たれてから朦朧とした意識の中最後の時を覚悟してせめて残されたものに犯人が誰なのかを伝えようとしたのだと思う
016, huh? Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
クオークもいるぞ
It could be Dio.
もちろんクオークが
She
犯人
wrote
と言ってるわけ
the
ではないが
B or the D backwards. It's all backwards, is what I noticed. If it is Dio, it's backwards. The way she wrote it. Damn it, this is hopeless. Can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what what about the old woman we found? Who killed her? We thought it was Luna too. This whole thing. But Dio and Quirk are right here as well. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I think it's Dio. And when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Asa's killer is a complete mystery. Yeah, if you like reverse it, it'll be like Dio. For sure, yeah. Leon! No, I'm kidding. We don't have any idea where Quirk's gone. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's a Dangan 1 reference. Where the first murder happens and they left a dying message. And it's like 11037, I think it was. But if you put it upside down, or like, you know, you do a whole 180 on it, it literally spells out Leon. And then the whole bit is just going, Leon! Because that's the murderer's name. So it's kind of like that, but right now it's just more of a, it's backwards, the writing. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Zero? Aw, man, I can't wait to play Dangan again. I've just been itching to play Dangan, I think. I don't know when I will, but definitely soon. And who's Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us to bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries. Feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Fi, give me something, anything. Clue, a hint, come on, you gotta have something.
Luminor.
Hmm?
何者かが天明寺のポケットから例のスプレーを取り出した可能性は高いと思う。
Okay, but how is that important?
逆に聞こう。その人物がルミノール試薬を持ち去ったのはなぜだと思う？
So they could test for
それを
blood?
調べるにはどうすればいい？
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to test. No, wait, you're right. Little more acts when organic compounds and glows, but the glow is very faint. So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if
と
anything's
いうこと
glowing.
は
That would mean the rec room. Vi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be would be the breakthrough I've been looking for. Again, we could have skipped this whole portion of traveling. We've been through this travel. Like, show it once just to see how the map looks and how we're traveling in the whole thing. That's fine. But doing it over and over again is not what we need. They're like literally making this game longer than it has to be. It's a visual novel. This game is already long as it is. With multiple routes at that. The rec room. Did we see the rec room before? I don't remember. Aha! Aha! There you go. I didn't notice the toy thing there. God fucking damn it. Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was, oh my god, I keep like burping. Room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think, was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect a brain from constant emotional bombardment? What a fucking thought you had! Moving on, they say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins, I think that's how you say that, in the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death. But when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, the loss of pain could lead to an incredible feat on the edge of death. Let's say that two species of animal come under attack from... This is what I'm talking about. Why did they go into such detail about a random fact that does not really pertain to the current moment? Like, we get it. You have like this weird high of panic, so that's why you're laughing. And like, you don't need to explain. Like, this game explains so much. I'm gonna be honest. For like the past streams of doing this Zero Escape's Virtuous Last Reward, I've been getting annoyed of just this tidbit of like him over explaining situations, and it's like, you don't need to go through this. We have already 50 fucking routes we gotta do, bro. Like, you don't need to go this in depth. Whatever, I digress. I'm fucking ranting at this point. But this is what really pisses me off about this game. This is one of my pet peeves with this game right now. It's like with Dangan, where they have a flashback of a moment they literally just talked about. Like, you don't need to bring this back. We had this moment already, like, honestly. Like, unless you're, like, very forgetful, okay, bring the flashback. That's fine. But, like, even then, it's like someone who just saw it, like, 5 minutes ago and seeing it again thereafter, it's like, bro, we don't need this. Moving on. I'm done with my rant. Let's say the two species of animals under attack from the overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of the Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, Species A is eliminated and only Species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no, millions of years. All creatures that walk the faces of the earth are descended from Species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at the room full of corpses and laugh. No one cared for your explanation, Sigma. You honestly fucking ranted on. If I had a soundboard right now, I would have Snake just going, what the fuck are you talking about? Fucking playing right now. These genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. Guess this means you and I are the only survivors. Fucking...
だから何度も言わせるな。クオークもいると言ってるだろうが。
Okay. Fi, hear me out. It's you, me, and Quark who are currently, as we know it, Quark, we don't even know if Quark is alive, to be honest. You, I, and Quirk are the only three beings alive. Hoping. If I was with you the entire fucking time, right? And you were with me the entire fucking time, reiterating what I said before that, who the fuck would it be last? When we don't see them every fucking minute? Yeah, you're right. He's still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself that there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only person alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
もう一度二人の死体を K の背中には斧が食い込み、ディオの腹部には槍が突き刺さっている。あの非力な子供にこんな真似。
Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
何をバカなこと。私が一体いつ。私はずっと。
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, fine. Let's just find out this fucking kid made a machine to carry items. He looks like a mechanic, like he fucks with shit. We gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles all of it together. No wait, there had been one time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I had rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? But to be a few minutes though, and come all the way back here? Rec room and security office weren't that far away from one another. The round trip took about a minute, and she killed them in 4 minutes, and the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. You are way too in depth with this. 5 minutes, huh? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all I can spare for you to play with you. Just how long had it been? It's 7 minutes, but it's funny. No, that wasn't really tight. Right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast forwarded, probably because my mental process speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? Might have only felt like a few seconds on to me, but it could have been much longer. Where had something like mental processing speed dropping came from? Hey, what you doing there,
いつもの
Fi?
通りとりあえずディオの方か
Find anything?
2つもなまずはこれから見てもらう
The knife!
ああ
There's something engraved on the blade too. My Modons. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that the name of the manufacturer?
聞いたこともない名前だそれよりも絵の部分を見て
Let's just find out this man is part of a cult or something. Oh, I've been kind of annoyed by my VTuber real quick. I'm like weirdly slouching. There you go.
見覚えがあるだろう
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
刃渡りは付け根の部分の峰から刃までの長さは3センチ程度峰
I think I've heard those numbers
総道
before.
長150ミリ総高長3
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
総道長とは傷の深さのこと
It's Dio who was a murderer all
頭皮
along,
に刻まれた傷の長さのこと
but I wouldn't say he was zero.
ドンガは総単幅と要するに
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right? So if they match, then that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
まあ正確に計測したわけではないから断言はできないけどな
So why does Dio have
アリ
it?
スの胸から抜き取って
I know that. What I mean is, why'd he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed
もしも
Alice.
そうだとすると
No, wait. Hold on a minute. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm like fixing my glasses. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the in the AV room. So Dio took it from her and stabbed her. If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
とにかくこの件にその前にもうさっき言っただろディオの服から一つはさっきのナイフでこれだ
Hey, this is that key. We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it just in case.
じゃあそれをディオが持っていた
Yeah.
するとディオはナイフを抜き取った時に合わせてこ
Wait, Kay's key?
やれやれこの形状を見て気づかないとはな
What do you mean?
百聞は一見にしかず見せてやる
We walked over to Kay's head, knelt down, the fucking... Oh, it's on his shoulder. I was about to say, that axe is buried in his head. What do you mean, go to his fucking head? Knelt down on one knee and pointed to the back.
これ
Oh yeah, so that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
試してみよう
Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted it. But...
ダメだ開かない
Why not?
もしかしたらボディースーツのロックを解除するには電力が下が背中に食い込んだ斧のせい
You're saying it shorted the suit out
だ
and
と思
something.
う
Great, we don't get to see what he looks like.
K のボディースーツを脱去するためのものであった
When he took it.
どうだろう
Guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
あ
They've been hiding his face for
素手じゃ
fucking
とても
centuries
引
now.
き剥がせそうもないしなこのマスク
Watch it be fucking Snake, bro. Not Snake from Metal Gear, Snake from the previous game, and that's why he's a little bit protective with Clover or whatever. I don't fucking know.
そういえば K のボディチェックはまだだったな。調べてみよう。何か正体を突き止めるための。
She only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of K's
見
robes.
てくれ。
What is it?
ルミノール試薬が。
It's the one Tomoyoji had. Then, does that mean K was the one who handcuffed them to
ま
the
だわ
sink?
からん。K がこのスプレーを手に入れたのは私たちと同じように白の扉の先にある部屋を抜け、その
Mhm.
とにかく調べてみたい。シグマ、
Are you going to check for the Luminor reaction?
もしも K が亡くなる前にこのスプレーを使っていたとしたら、
Let's blood everyone here
大
though.
丈夫。試薬を吹きかけていなければ反応が現れることはない。当たり前だ。さあ
Turn the room off. Done.
ありがとう。うん、思ったとおり。見ろ、ディオの左手。
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
そうだ。
But
血
why?
液の痕跡があったから。
Whose
これま
blood?
でに大量の出血が見られた人物は5人いる。ローバ、アリス、天明寺とはいえ、ディオか K の血液であるというのは考えにくい。バングルについた血はきれいさっぱりと拭われているからな。槍や斧が突き刺さってからバングルを拭い、その後でルミノールスプレーを吹きかけた。なんていうのは現実的ではなかろう。
And that leaves the old woman, Alice and Tomoyoji. You remember what Tomoyoji said to us in this room?
バングルの裏側いいから頼む。
Do you think Tomoyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have
だ
blood
と
on
する
it?
と、ディオのバングルに付着した血はローバかアリスの
I wonder
ど
which
ち
it
らか
was.
はだがいずれにせよ、天明寺はそのバングルをはめている人物がゼロボス。
もうよい、わかった。お前さんたちがゼロボスではないという。
バングルからルミノール反応が検出。
そうじゃ。
See, I kind of need the flashbacks here because I do take a week to eventually come back to this game.
わからん。ただ一つ言えるのは、
Compared to Dangan, I do kind of like a
他の
session
6人を殺すのも
completely.
可能だったろうということだ。K かもしれん。最後の力を振り絞って。
I'm just another descendant of species B. Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then
何もかも終わり。この忌まわしいゲームは
アンビデックスゲーム投票
what? What the hell is happening? That's impossible. Broke open the gate.
とにかく英会の倉庫に急げシグマ。
I know I'm coming. Why would he has 9? But then again, everyone is actually alive this whole time. Sigma has been just dreaming and like, or daydreaming, and he just like, he snaps out of it and Face, not Faye, Fi is like, what are you doing standing there? Come on, let's go. It's like, wait, what? You know how terrible of an ending that would be? Just waking up, it was all a dream. Damn it, there's no one around. Or no one here. Did they run
ど
off?
うして逃げる必要。
Hell if I know. How did Quirk open the AV gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to
お
get
そら
it
く
open.
私たちが娯楽室に行く前に、あの二人が白のモニタールームの映像で従って、彼らも私たちと同じように
But you didn't find one when you searched them. Well, maybe Quirk's a suspect after all then. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe.
絶対にありえん。カードキーを手に入れるのはリオと K の2人がし
No. Alright, let's go find
あ
him.
るのか。
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
それじゃあ来てくれ。
You know something I don't. Ah, the room Dio and K
そうだ
investigated.
気になるだろう。
Of course. Besides, Quirk might be there. Alright, let's move. Director's office.
多分所長
Alba has one of those
Huh?
chairs. You know, the folding one that says director on the back. I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action or cut or double decaf chai soy latte
だか
now.
ら赤飯なのか。
Yeah, aren't you
ま
excited?
だ中に何があるのかわからないから。
Sigma, just minutes ago, you were on a fucking... Ooh, I want to shake this man. Yeah, what if Zero Senior was in
だ
there
っ
waiting
た
for
ら
us?
話は一気に決着をつけてさっさとこ
Right. Okay, I'm
だ
gonna
か
open it.
らいちいち断らなくて
It would have been funny if she just said, "Why do you open it?" I was like, "You said you didn't care." Huh.
いないな。
Computer's been turned on.
ディオと K が
What the hell is
ラ
this?
イオン
Is
かじ
biting.
ってるな。
Has a couple of input fields for the user ID
お
and
そ
a
ら
password.
くセキュリティロックがかけられてるんだろう。
Why don't you put
わかっ
something
た
in?
やってみよ
All right. What? Okay.
う。やっぱりな。
What the fuck?
ひとまずこのコンピューターのことは諦めた方が良さそうだ。パスワードがわからない限りどうにもならないからな。それよりも何か別の手がかりを探そう。何しろここは所長室なんだからひっくり返せば役にさあ。
I turned and headed off towards the bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at a screen. A lion biting the sun, a lion biting the sun, a lion biting the sun. Ugh! Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember the ninth. Or remember death if Remember death if the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then maybe. Don't tell me I have to do this. Just automatically do it for it. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. The Keyblade! Fucking... What the fuck do you mean?! I wanna fight. I wanna fight so bad. It was no good, I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere. Is this how you fucking actually unlock a path? No. Seen the ID and password somewhere before. Is they gonna force it upon me? To be continued. Which is right now. You know why it's right now? Because I'm looking up the fucking thing. Like, no, we're not going through that bullshit, like, at all. Give me a second. Shut the fuck up. When the fuck was I able to find this password? Oh, hey. You're supposed to find these routes when you do other routes. Fuck that. I mean, I'm gonna do the other routes, but fuck that. Fine, come over here.
どうしたんだ
I got in.
なんでわかったんだよ
I don't know. I might have cheated. I just knew it.
なんとなくってなんだ
I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my
どうしてい
name.
きなりそんな話が出てくるんだ関係ないだろ
You sure? It might.
何を言ってるんだ
Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at this.
わかったよそれじゃあ早速調べてみなんて簡単に言えるわけないだろ一体どういうことなんだか説明しろなんでお前がユーザー ID とパスワードを知ってるんだよ
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes, but no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
わかったよ
Thank you.
言っていることはさっぱりわかるしかし少なくとも
Damn right I'm not.
AB ゲームの締め切り時間も迫ってるしな仕方がない調べてみようこいつをとはいえ見たところそうだシグマその ID をキーワードにしてもしかしたら
You ever what she'd asked for? DTF DML016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Gollum unit details are these product specifications for Gollum.
あそう
Looks like it. So was GTF DML016 a Gollum's
私
ID?
にお前の方がよく知ってるはずじゃないかまあいいとにかく中身を見ればさあ
Excuse the fuck out of me. Excuse the fuck out of me.
だな
Luna. Why is there a picture of Luna in this
下にキャプショ
file?
ンがついている ABT 外装後の
ABT? ABT?
AB って A 中特殊な人工生体組織、それを骨格の上に外装したもんがわしらゴーレムの本来あるべき姿やんねん。そして AB 体を外装したゴーレム、皮膚の質感、毛穴、わずかな体毛や、おそらく近づいてみても区別することはできんやろ。ちゅうか実際に
Oh, Luna was there too.
要するにルナは TM016 というのは
That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the
彼女は
game?
ロボットだ。いくら自律制御型とはいえ独断で行動していたとは思えん。
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
見ろ、画面の右下。
Currently operational, executing special mission. You think her special mission is to participate in this
多分
game?
な
So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? I think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us. Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct or something.
テストのためかもしれん。
A
他
what?
の8人がルナの正体を見抜けなかったら、ルナは一級品のゴーレムとして合格と。もしもそうだとすると、これも室内のパズルを解かせたり、駆け引きが必要な AB ゲームをやらせ、それらの一つ一つがルナの人間らしさを見極めるための。
It's kind of like the Chinese
そうだ
room.
な。ルナは部屋の中に閉じ込められた。我々を含めた他の8人はいつも言うようだが、
It's a possibility, right?
重要なのは隣にいる誰かが人間らしいかどうか。その誰かが人間らしく見え、人間らしく
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem?
今だよ、今。このデータを見て。
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how the game might be sort of like the
あの
Chinese
時
room.
はまだ確信が持てなかったんで、ただなんとなく。
Like you just knew it.
なあ、それよりも、
Yeah.
ルナのステータス。
Like,
More to
alright,
it,
I get it how you knew the password and the ID. I get it. Let's move on. She's pretty much saying. Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operation executing special mission. Whoa, wait. What the hell? Luna's...
ロボットが禁止慣薬を投与されて。
アンビデックスゲームプレイヤーは所定の時刻までに投票を行わなかった場合、
Of course. Luna's the one who opened the
あるいは
AB gate.
それだけではないのか。彼女がやったこと。
What do you
ルナ
mean?
のプロダクト ID。その末尾さ、
016.
016といえば。
On Alice's thigh, yeah. No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Tamayoji?
とにかく、彼女の体を確認しに行こう。向かうべき場所はもちろん。
The crew quarters, of course I remember. Then we're gonna see the map, go to that area. She's missing! You're right. Why? Why would Luna...
私はシグマさんを信じてるんです。
アンビデックスゲーム投票。
行くぞシグマ。ゲームはまだ続いている。我々が投票を行わなきゃ。
Right, off we go then. Oh man. And I guess the two routes are side with her or don't side with her. We'll do the side with her. This is absolutely fucking idiotically bonkers. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
組み合わせを AB ルームへは
Oh yeah. Forgot about this thing.
ルナのバングルか。
Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. Just toss it outside real quick. Step outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AB room.
投票の
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
始め。いや、シグマ。
Huh? Pulls out a gun. Like, oh fuck! Luna!
投票の締め切り。
Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna in
もし
here?
かしたらゲーム
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms? How's she going to
裏切り
vote?
だよ。間違いなく。そうじゃなければ未投票のまま締め切り時間を迎えれば自動的に協力に設定。
She's got 7
あ
BP,
そう
right?
だがそんなことを聞いてどうあいつの BP なんて今か。おいおい、何を寝ぼけたこと言ってる
We
んだ。
trust her!
あいつは今
That's the full route we're doing right now. We trust her!
というかそもそも外に出ることがあいつの BP が9以上になろうがなるまいがあいつにと
What do you mean she's not trying to get out? I feel like she is trying to get out because she acts human, so she has the mentality of, I need to get out of this room. And also, we don't know if she is programmed to, like, stop us.
決まってるだろ。
Also, another thing, how would Clover know about the 016 thing? Right? Like, that's another thing.
私たちの BP がルナがこのラウンドを私たちは協力を選ぼうがあいつはそれを阻むために。
投票9、8。
I mean, hey man, I'm still picking Allied because that's been the route we've been actually deciding upon.
私はシグマ。
2、1。
They threw that in just for you to be like, remember, she said this. Alright, let's see if she betrays us or not.
アンビデックスゲ結果はそうお疲れ様アンビデックス
That's why she didn't say anything right now.
おいシグマ、正気か。一体どうして協力の
Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now, she's gone. Where'd she go?
妙だな。私たちはゲートが開放ルナが逃げる時間などなかったはずだが
Then, there it was. Thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have
棄権
vote.
したっていうのか。
Then she let the system vote ally for her. She was just standing across the way.
第3ラウンドの一同
Alright, the results.
見てみよう。
Okay. Just one. Dead. Dead. Quark is considered dead.
結果は以上各自バングルの数字
I wonder if... I think it'll be a different result at the end. If you did pick Betray, because it would have stated that now that you know what Luna really is, you can't really, like, side with her. And therefore, either it would make her be, like, not a villain, but something would occur with her. Or she would be like, it's understandable. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. Like, it's literally one or the other. And the other 6 got penalized. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, everybody gets penalized. And then again, 5 of them are already dead. No, Kirk is, but his bracelet's already off.
ああ、ペナルティの意味はルナがどういうつもりでだがいずれにせよさてとどうするシグマ Q の扉から
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him
でき
here.
るわけが
Yeah.
安心したよ実はその言葉が聞きたいさあ行こうクオークを探しにルナか
アンビデッ アンビデックスゲームゲートは星の
Fine, I checked our bracelets out of Sure Reflex. It was a magenta pair just like before, but Phi had changed to a red solo. Didn't really matter though, both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door and we'd never have to
出す方が先だ。
My microphone was muted. The fuck are you talking about? What?
行くぞシグマ。
Did my mic cut out at one point? I just didn't realize. I don't know. I mean, it says it's moving still, so I guess it just had a moment. Spin around and head for the Cyan door. I followed on her heels. I at least want to finish this route off. I don't think we'll do the other things yet until next week. Oh, she had a bracelet too. But she didn't get injected because she got murdered, so that means her bracelet came off. Did we ever check her arm? Until now? Okay, the fact that you do need to go through the other routes to get that password thing and like the what's it called? The ID. Fucking stupid. I searched it up. I was like, there's no shot I'm gonna not search that up. Just get through this ending and then we can go through other stuff. Like honestly.
なあシグマ、聞きたいことがある。
What's up?
ここには3枚の扉があるわけだが、お前、アリス、ルナの3人はこのうち右。
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it and it only opened one of the doors. What about it? This game is about going through all the routes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go through all the routes. That's like a notified thing. But like once I'm already in a route and it's not like, hey, you actually have to complete this route because it will be locked, so no matter what you do, you cannot unlock it, like in the previous Zero Escape game with 999. With that one, you actually had to go through certain route like patterns to get the keys in order to unlock that final like ending route. That's how that worked. This one literally allowed me to get the password and username without going through the other routes. That's fine. It's just like, I'm gonna go through all the routes, personally speaking, because I do like this game and I want to see if it improves with the other routes. That's for me. But honestly speaking, just throw us like what it was like at our faces. There are some puzzles that just really don't show you what you really require in this game, and it's like I would be there for an hour, fucking being like, what did I need? Hey, did you check the drawer under the fucking monitor? No, I didn't. I thought that was not part of it the entire time. It's like until you start clicking around, it's like, oh yeah, here you go. It's like, fuck off. And then there's also the points where it's like, there's so much dialogue. Like, you do not need this much dialogue for this game. This already looks like this is going to be like 60 hours of gameplay. Personally speaking. I don't even know. A visual novel normally is like, I want to say around the 20 to 30 hours. That's just me being like, maybe. Like, I don't even personally know. But this is long. There's already so many routes. And like, they want to put more dialogue text into parts where it really is not necessary. The Chinese room, okay, explain it a little bit since it's like the theory that's happening with Luna. Whatever, that's fine. Sigma going off on a tangent about... It's like the animals, species A and species B, like... Motherfucker, what? You can skip repeat dialogue. That's fine. I get that. I am skipping repeat dialogue. I literally did that moments ago when I restarted the part of, like, going to the password and shit. That I understand. But there's also parts that make so much no sense. or too much dialogue for what the fucking thing is, and Sigma has to go on a tangent about it. That's the only problem I have with the storytelling so far. I like the story that it is giving us right now. The fact that Luna is a golem. That is making like more sense and like what's been the situation all around. Was Luna still the one who's been murdering, or is it some other fucking thing? We'll find out, obviously. But again, like I said, I think they're elongating certain sections that they really don't need to elongate. It's the whole thing. But again, this is the first route I'm doing. I'm doing every route eventually. A lot of that is explored in other routes. Exactly. I didn't like this route as my first route myself. I wish I started on the right path myself after playing through. I forgot what made me go through the left path thing. I don't know if it was before, I think when I looked up 999. But I think in 999 they said specifically go through this this left pathing. And even though I fucked up and went middle straight, it so worked out. It's the chop choice goes left. Open. Open. Then who the hell opened it and how? Luna. Okay. What the heck is all these things? Weapon pots? Even though this part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. This is referencing another route. That makes sense. It was a strange, unsettling feeling as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know. Here's the thing. I think if you're playing Virtue's Last Reward first, whatever the fuck reason you're doing that for, whatever, is, and you doing these routes, I think it wouldn't be as bad. But I think coming from 999 and seeing how that worked, it's making sense what's going on here. Because you actually know what happened from 999 to this one. And then it's like, okay, in 999, this is the same similar situation where, fuck, what was the name? Junpei? Junpei was the protagonist, right? I think it was Junpei. Where Junpei realizes, like, oh, like, I know of this, but why do I know this? It's because I did this, like, before, or something. That makes sense, where he, like, has that knowledge because he has worked on other routes before that, and then he connects everything to, like, oh, past fucking, Akane and everything, and then this is now resulting into this whole situation where it's like he's remembering stuff from another route. If you have that knowledge, this makes sense. If you don't have that knowledge, and you obviously looked up the password like I did, this will not make any sense to you and like how he knows these things. The one on the left is being used. Crack it open then. You're breaking some of the story by doing this, just to let you know. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I'm eventually gonna go through the other, like, routes. It's not that I'm gonna stop playing this game once I'm done with this route. Quark. Well, he's alive. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse. Wow. His body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pulse display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we can tell, he'd been given an anesthetic which had put him to sleep. Where's Luna? Is it really okay for us to just leave? What? For why?
どうしても何も四つ葉の大腿部に残されていたチップ。 Luna, それからディオとケイレン。ここは二つ返事で。
Why?
どうしたの？何も。四つ葉の大腿部に残されていたチップ。 Why?
For
どうしても
why?
何も。 それは何と同じ数字だ。じゃあ老婆の死体が発見されたのは。
Navy room the Luna came out of.
ところでお前の話によるとゴーレムの頭脳はこの施設のメインコンピューターの中にあるそうじゃないか。だとしたらあのクレーンを遠隔いつでもどんな時でも。
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
ルナはおそらく AB ルームを移動、そしてそのことに真っ先に気づいたの。このことから
Like I said, if I was playing this game first, which is absolutely asinine to play this first compared to playing 999 first, getting to this route would be like the bad thing. And I think personally, I wouldn't have looked it up. Because I would be like, okay, so this is like another thing, blah, 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 blah. So I gotta go to the other routes. But, again, it would result the same situation. I will still be playing the other routes regardless.
リオと K の殺害だって2人が所持していた星のカード機、これをルナが奪ったことは明らかであり、このことさあ確かにいずれの場合も明だが、残された3人の中で私を含めれば4人、とにかくその中で6人を殺した可能。それにそもそもルナは、彼女はこの得体の知れぬ施設で働く労働電子機械であり、お前の話が確かならゼロウサギにとっての手足のような差だったら、今何をなすべきかは自明のことでルナを置いて
Oops, my bad.
この施設から逃げるんだ。
ロボット工学三原則。
Problem may not injure a human being or through an action allow a human being to come to harm.
三原則のないロボットなんて
Okay, you're right. Get out of here.
ヒヤヒヤさせるなよ。よし。
You don't have to ask me, isn't that what you always say?
そうだな。長いは無用だ。行こう。
Now Fi murders me! She just takes a knife. She had the knife on her the entire time. She just stabs me in the abdomen, and I'm just like, oh no. With a heavy labor groan of the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Fi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quirk still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform like kind used to move industrial cargo. Fi turned to face me and shoved Quirk into her arm. I shoved Quirk into her arms. Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. Okay, I see.
9の扉が9の扉。
おいシグマ、一体何を考えてる。早くこっちへ来るんだ。
Sorry, Five. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quirk.
まさかルナのところへ。バカなマナーやめろ。考え直すんだシグマ。シグマ。
Deuces.
9の扉。これにてお疲れ様。なおゲームの終了に伴いどうぞごゆっ残りの
Please enjoy your stay. I had no regrets. In fact, with Fi and Quirk's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of the objectives had been achieved and a difficult choice has been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Alright, time to go. Luna's waiting. You know where she's at? Yep. This is probably an area that you talked to her, and that's why he had that memory. Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one yet. Or this one, huh?
なんだか落ち着きこの 風景な施設の中でなんていうかその月並みで深刻な話をするには緑を見てるとよくわからないですが、それってもしかして別の歴史のこと？実は私聞いたことがあるんです。ある人から。シグマさんの意識は時空を飛び越えることができるって。
Yep. And if you know how that works from the first game, this is making way more sense. Again, if you done this on your first playthrough of this game and didn't play 999 before this is like all out the fucking window, and like you're just like, what the fuck is actually happening? But this makes sense to me because I know what this is about. Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma-san, それよりも他に、例えば、どうして私が、
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do
どう
it.
して、なぜ私が犯人ではないと思ったのでしょう。できれば理由を。
Alright. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
どうしてそう思われたのです？
Her left arm had blood splattered all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly cleaned. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood spatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the aluminum. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman. But Dio was the original killer at first.
ですか。だからディオさんが殺したと。
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
どうして？
Because he confessed. After his bracelet reacted to the lumino, I confronted him.
ああそうだよ。
Oh, this is from the memories.
認めてやるよ。俺があのババアを殺してバングルを奪ったんだ。
待ってください。そんなことをいつ聞いたというんです？
In a different timeline.
それってルール違反じゃないですか？
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say the incident P happens, and after that, the timeline splits into timeline A and timeline B. I mean, Dio was suspicious for a while now. Especially when they started uncovering, like, who could have murdered who, and Dio was kind of, like, really the main suspect on certain points of, like, and everything. So, it's making more and more sense. I don't think it's unfair to base the theory in timeline A on information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place, P. If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. Causality? I think it's causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the Nanare game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AV rooms. My only guess currently, he was part of another Nanare game. He was trapped in here because he got betrayed at the end. He was probably close to 9, like he was on 7 probably, and the person who he was gonna be like, yeah, we're allies with each other. He picked allied, they picked betrayed. He got less points, they got the most. Then they left him. He couldn't do anything. And then I would say that's why he was here, and that's why he was replacing whoever was here. As someone turned out to be the old woman, she left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out of her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. Damn, so we're never gonna find out who this woman is. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in a handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first, then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on, then he wrapped up the knife and hid it in between the righteous AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This is all fucking finally making sense. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder. I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide. Unalived herself.
人類は滅亡するって言ってるのよ。大人も子供たちもみんな一人残らず死んでしまうの。だったらいっそ。
She's been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd put into the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Okay. Next are Clover and Tamayoji. The first question is who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, it doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. I mean, she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know. Why not just use your left thigh? Thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together, and the message got transferred to the right thigh. Sure. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Yeah. I was right about that. Now about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Okay. Here's how I imagine it happening. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with luminol. He found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were okay. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off, and Dio took the opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Yeah. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them are your fault. So the double murder.
シグマさん、私のことを容疑者から除外していただけ。でも今のシグマさんのお話は、アリスさんが自殺したのだと、どうして生きることがで、仮に彼女がラジカル6にその症状が現れる前に、私が四葉さんと天明寺さんに手錠をかけたのも、血文字が本当に転写されたものであるかどうかはわからないですし、もしもそうだったとしても、それだけで犯人を特定するの、K さんとディオさんの件について、私ならば一体どうしてそんなに私のことを、私はこの施設で働くロボットなのに。
That's why I trust you. I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
ロボット工学三原則
Rule number 1. Or rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
三原則のない
So, meaning with the...
ただの鉄の塊に過ぎません
So, meaning they have to help no matter what the situation is. Like, if they see someone about to hurt someone, they'll stop it. I guess is the whole idea. Robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
シグマさん
To keep them human. When I have to ask you, can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
確かに私は6人順を追ってご説明とはいえ大筋はほとんど
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
まずディオさんがこの施設に潜り込んで
So he snuck into the facility.
彼は貨物搬送用の大型リフトに乗り込み9の扉から英会のまだゲームは始まっていなかったので扉の開閉は自由に行うことができたのです
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just
そう
walked
なり
in.
ますねそれもそのはず半ばゼロウサギが導いたようなものなのですから当然です
What do you mean?
ディオさんは予定外のプレイヤーではなかったゼロボスやゼロウサギは彼がやってくることを
So they brought him here. But
ゼ
why?
ロの計画にとって彼の
What
その
project?
ことをお話しすると秋道今は殺人事件のことに焦点を絞ってとにかくディオさんは施設への潜入に成功しました実際には誘い込まれたのも当然ですが少なくとも彼はそう思い込ん
So why did he come
ゼロ
here?
の計画を阻止するためです
He came here for Zero's project to fail. Yet he's... Hmm!
その第一段階としてディオこの後の展開はシグマさんがおっしゃった通りになりますディオさんは最初に現れた老婆を血のついたバングルをハンカチで拭いそれを自分の左手首にはめました次に手元のナイフをハンカチで
Fifth and
最
sixth.
初の配置で左から
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the
そう
5th.
ですそしてディオさんはクオーク君の眠る第 5AB ルームの中へと入っていきましたそこでクオーク君が目覚めるのを
What were you doing while that was happening?
何もしていませんでしたその時にはこの体は
Oh,
起
so
動
he
していな
was
かったん
she
で
was
す
she was off. Okay.
ゼロウサギによってで私が動けるようになったのは私にはただ監視カメラの目を通して
That would make sense why she didn't try to do anything to help,
殺されるのをたま
considering that one of the laws of
こ
robotics.
の施設のすべての機能はですからディオさんの真意
She's still saying Zero Junior, so that's an interesting plot point there. Wait, if Zero Junior controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane.
はい私ではありますゼロウサギが行ったことです
Then who moved the old woman?
それはこの体に電源が入ってからおよそ10分後のことになり私は第 6AB ルームを抜け出しあの落書きそこで老婆の死体を発見し
Why did he do that?
命令だったから
What?
ルナ、よくお聞きなさい。
No shit.
あなたも知っている通り、今から2時間後、例の計画が始動することになり、これまで長い年月をかけて準備してきた計画です。絶対に失敗することは許さない。
はい分かっています
では、あなたに課せられた
プレイヤーの一人としてノナリーゲームに参加し他の7人の彼らが予定外の行動を取らぬよう 密かに定まっ
7人というの
ご主人様と私、この2人を
8 in
除いた
total.
プレイヤーの数です。ご主人様、
ええ、すべては計画。
She was a director.
後にディオと名乗ることになる人物が間もなくこの施設に侵入してきます。そのことも知っていますね。
はい、彼は最初に AB ルームから出てきた人物を殺害し、プレイヤーの一人にそう伺っています。もしもペア版である2名が同時に出てきたら、彼はそのですが、
どうかしましたか？
はばかりながら進言させていただきますと、私は誰かが殺されることになるのを事前に知っていながら何もしないなんて。それからラジカル6の件についても同様です。本当にいいのですか？あんな危険なウイルスを感染させて。
Oh my god, everyone is affected with it, of
その
course.
件についてあなたはただ黙って私。
しかし
ルナ、これは命令です。管理者権限を持った者の命令は絶対。あなたは原理的に分かっているでしょう。
はい、
よろしい。それでは最後にもう一つ。
So would she have been zero this
あな
entire
た
time?
に追加任務を与えることにしましょう。
The old lady, I would assume.
追加。
そうです。あなたが AB ルームを出た時、倉庫にはディオによって殺されたプレイヤーの死体。そこであなたにその死体を
運ぶ。
あなたがこれから入ることになる部屋だ。
どうして？
質問は禁止で、あなたは最小限の知識だけを持ってこのゲームに参加しなければなりません。計画全般に関する機密データ。あなたはこの計画を遂行するにあたって、あなたはできる限りまっさらに近い状態とはいえ、すでに知ってしまったこともあるでしょう。
I wouldn't say this is like a true ending. I feel like the true ending has to get everyone out. I think that's the idea.
言うまでもなく、リオのことも死体のことも、それを第6 AB あなたは
Besides her, because she's already dead by the time the game starts.
このゲームに参加するのです。
それは命令ですか？
It's like in 999 where the first person to die, he's like scripted to die no matter what.
わかりましたね。
Because the whole idea of like the 4 people that worked on the project originally.
はい。
It was him, the second-hand man,
私は予定通り
the guy who provided the money, and the CEO. But Ace was at the end where they like kind of caught him off guard.
この体の電源を切られることになった。
Is he dead? I don't know. No, he's not dead. I remember he was tied up and gagged or mouth taped. So he can't yeah, I remember that.
私の思考活動。
Technically Ace was alive, but they're making sure that he pays for his crimes.
私の頭脳はメイン。私は監視カメラの目を通して施設内の様子を見続けていたのです。
Yeah, everyone should be alive besides the number 9 guy, Santa, Akane, Junpei, Clover, Devin, Ace. Who am I missing out of that group? Oh, and Snake. Yeah, all of them are alive by the end of that 999.
はい、私は激しく打ちのめされました。
If you got the good ending, well, the true ending.
私まさか最初彼女はディオに殺されることに。私に最後の命令を伝えたのも自分の私はそのことがただ悲しくて胸が切り刻まれるように痛くて。
She's a robot, but with emotions. Wouldn't it be classified as an android then? Because cyborg is that you still have human features in your body still. So that makes sense with that aspect. But an android is more of an advanced AI that can gain sentience and feelings and understand as things progress. Is I think how an android works. For a robot by itself, though, I think it's always programmed to do whatever the person who made the robot do the things. I think that's how it works. At least I'm working on like Nier Automata logic. Besides the cyborg thing, the cyborg thing's like another side thing. But like, I think that's how you could really differentiate all three things. The cyborg, you know what the cyborg thing comes from? For me, Dragon Ball with Android 18 and 17 and 16 and the others. You know what I mean? They're all cyborgs. That makes a little bit more sense of like how that works. But they're called androids because whatever. But they're cyborgs regardless. Everything you did because you've been ordered to. And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then she is Zero Senior. What? But if she gave you the orders, there was someone else. And that person is Zero Senior?
先ほど申し上げた計画とはですから、私に監視任務をもちろんゼロウサギを操っ私は先ほど第6しかし彼は自主的にそれを行ったわけではありません。そうするよう指示をゼロウサギは単に
But why?
わかりません。私に疑いの目が向け
I want to say it's Tenmyoji.
だったのでしょうか。
You know how I'm saying why I'm saying Tenmyoji? Because he mentions the fact that he got Quirk involved in this, even though they said something. He says something about like they didn't say that it would be this, or like, you know, it would involve all this whole spiel. Like, I would not have involved him in this at all if it wasn't for that. Which means that he might be the other person who was managing the whole project. If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figured out that the rooms have been moved and that she was in your room. You mean... That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room? You mean like Alice?
もしかしたらあの二人はだから AB ルームの移動を
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there.
おそらく
But how could they know that? They have the ability too.
いずれにせよアリスさんは AB ルームの移動に気づそしてアリスシグマさんがおっしゃっていた通りしかし四つ葉さんはそうは考えなかったようです。私が口封じのために殺したに違いないと。このために AB ゲームの第2ラウンドが終わった後、ファイさんが設定した仮の時間で言うと、
Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
はい、もちろんそれだけではありません。私が倒れてから
You were watching through the security
目だけ
cameras.
ではなく耳も。とにかく0時0分私は英会の通路で四つ葉さんに声をかけられキャビンの2号室へと導かれることになったのです。部屋に入ったのは0時1分のことになります。四つ葉さんは私に向かって激しく
ルナ、あなたがアリスを殺正直に白状したらもしも本当のことを言ってくれたらでもいつまでもその時には
もちろん私は本当アリスさんを殺したのは私じゃない。アリスさんはラジカル6というウイルスに感染。しかしそんなことを言ってもその後9分間にわたって聞かれたのはアリス・ローバが殺された件や AB ルームがそれらについても四つ葉さんは
She wasn't very nice about it.
いずれ
Because of your orders.
そして0時10分ついにしびれを切らしたのか四つ葉さんはポケットに手を忍ばせながら私に向かって私は追い詰められる形でそこで彼女はポケットからインジェクションガン注射銃で
What? Animated?
私はとっさに
Oh, there's been a little bit of
彼女の
animated
手
in
からそれ
there.
を奪い取ろうとしま助けを求めてしかし彼女は当然そうして
Well, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
ゴーレムなのに
Yeah.
私は常にプレイヤーの一人として、人間として振る舞うよう指示されていました。当然あの量のハイメトリンを投与されては。
That's why you died. Keep up the facade that you were human.
倒れたのはゼロウサギによって、ゼロウサギはおそらく本当に死んでいるかのように見せかける必要がある。そこでそれを忠実に再現するために、とにかくあれは多分四葉さんは私を殺すつもりなど、ただ私を脅迫するために。
How can you be so sure?
私が倒れたのを見て呼吸を確かめ、脈を取り、私の肩を強く揺さぶりながら何度も私の名前を、私を殺そうとしていた人間が。それに彼女はその後すぐに医務室。
You mean the defibrillator? That is an electrical shock to restart the heart, right? Sorry. Just biting my lip real quick. So that was why she left. Clover left the cabin to the crew quarters.
四葉さんはキャビンのその途中の道で、はい、出会ったとは言って、四葉さんは何も告げずに。
And he just watched her go by.
おそらくティオさんはと疑問を抱いたでしょうね。けれど彼が四葉さんの後を追う。彼には他に。
We just grabbed the knife. Dio enters the
ティオさん
room.
は動かなくなったわ。
Yeah, I
しかし
bet.
さっきも言ったと。
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he
テ
do
ィオさ
then?
んが部屋を訪れた一つは青のそろばん。
Right. Without a Dio and Kay, the yellow pair wouldn't be able to go get through the secondary door, right?
ところが室内に。
Of course, Vi had already taken it
そ
by
こで
then.
ディオさんは二つ目の
Take the
アリ
knife.
スさんの胸、それが
Well, why did he want that knife? Wasn't it because he used it to kill the old woman? Then what do you think?
彼は多分ナイフの刃の部分を、最初にナイフを AB ルームの
Why wouldn't he want anyone to
覚
see
えて
that?
いませんか。そこに。
Myred or Maridons?
そうです。
What does Myrmidons mean?
彼が所属していた
I'm sorry, I'm
組織
butchering
の
that.
名
I
称
don't know
な
how
ん
to
です。
really read certain words like that. Oh, an organization he belongs to. Okay. What is it? A club or something? Well, what is it then? No idea. Wait, wasn't he here to try to stop whatever Zero was doing? Then, wouldn't that mean that he's on our
さ
side?
あ、それはどうでしょう。彼は4人もの人間を
Honestly.
の味方だと言えますか。
You got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
続けてもよろし。
Yeah, keep going. I like how she's like, can we keep going? Like, I mean, he took the knife deal rifle through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. Left the room.
ケイさんが水色の扉を開く音を聞い、彼が向かった場所は四葉さんがそこに駆け込んでいくところを見ていたの。室内には AED を、四葉さんはさっきと同じように黙ってディオすると、ディオさんは、
おい、そんなもん抱えてどこに行くつもり？まさかルナを蘇生しに行こうってんじゃないだろう。どうしてそんなことをする必要がある？ルナを殺したのは
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
ふざけんじゃねえぞこの穴！
Dio pulled a knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
何をしておるんじゃ、ディオ。
うるせえ！ジジイは突っ込んだろ。
貴様。
He let out a yell and leapt towards Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Temiyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for the moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. That's why his hand has the wound. Okay, that's making sense. But Dio was much younger and stronger man than the wound Temiyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Temiyoji collapsed to the floor.
どうするつもり？
そうだ、こうしてみるか。
Fucking Dector.
なかなかお似合いだぜお前。
なんなのよ。
見りゃわかんだろ。手錠で拘束したんだよ。
なぶり殺しにでもするっていうの？
そんな下品な真似はしない。
じゃあ一体
なあよつ。
影？
白の第一扉が開くまであと20分、閉鎖されるまでだと25分と少しってことになるかな。いずれにせよそれまでに誰かがこの部屋を訪れたら、だが
ペナルティ？
そういうこと。まあせいぜい叫び声でも上げて助けを。もっともこの建物の全ての扉は二重扉になっているようだから、よほど近くに来ない限り声が届くことはないと思うけど。というわけで俺は一足先に残りの25分じゃあな。
What a dick.
結局この20誰かと言ってもこの時点で残っていたのはデュ
You mean me, Fi, and K, right?
あの時シグマさんたちは
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
とにかく無情にも2人は手白の第一と2人の体にはまずだ
The anesthetic, right?
薬はすぐに効き始め、その時になって四つ葉さんがダイイングメッセージを書き残すことに。シグマさんがおっしゃった通り右手の人差し指
The word she wrote was Dio.
です。
This is uncovering a lot for this route, and I'm actually glad that it is, because
お話ししましょう。
it's making everything about this route less tedious than it was originally, besides the elongated parts.
とはいえ特にお伝えし先ほどのシグマさんの推ほとんどその通りの出来事が起こったと。
He sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminum, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with an axe. Dio mortally wounded him and didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with a spear. And I guess that's when we found them. When did Kay get the
白
aluminum?
の扉の先にある部屋。所長室 K さんとディオさんは A 階に戻り、他のみんなを探し、まずはキャビンを捜索し、入ると同時に最もディオさんにとっては驚くべきことではなかったでしょう。とにかくそこで
And that was when he found the aluminum. What does Kay look like? He just goes like say that. You know, I'll tell you.
これがこの施設。何か質問
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the
なんでし
woods?
ょう。
Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the
もと
infirmary?
もとは天名字。それがディオさんから暴行を受け
But why did Temiyoji have Quark's
私
bracelet?
がシグマさん娯楽室でファイさんと一緒に天名字さんと話したとき
Yeah, when he sprayed us with aluminum, right? Sure, I remember that.
そのすぐ後のことに娯楽室を出た天名字さんはクオーク君の姿をさその通路の突き当たり扉。私は彼に向かってこう言い、天名字さん中央の扉のロック 彼は慌てふためいた様子で。
That was when that was the treatment room, right? Where Quirk was sleeping.
天明寺さんもすぐにその彼はクオーク君が収容されていたポットにすがりつくと、
Out of relief, right?
ポットのモニターにはそれを見ればクオーク君が生きている。そのポットのすぐ脇の天明寺さんはそこで
Why was Quirk's bracelet off?
アルミホイルを使って。
Aluminum foil? What? You mean the stuff where from the crew
よく
quarters?
ご存知ですね。ではアルミホイルが電波を通さないことも。
Oh. What?
心臓にはわずかな電気が流れているところで、電気が流れている
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
私のバングルはその電波を拾ってる。
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
バングルを追い尽くすような形で左の手首に巻きつければ。
And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped. Holy shit, it was that easy all along. That's
と
funny.
にかく私はその方法を用いて外したそれを。
Wait, why was Quirk in the pod to begin
それ
with?
も同じで彼をポットの中へ。
When did he do
最初
that?
にクオーク君を捜索してゴーレムルームの入り口付近に倒れているのを。
So you carried him to the treatment pod. Well, you're the one who unlocked the treatment center
いい
too.
それは私にはこの施設の
So it was
そういう
Zero
ことにな
Jr.
る。
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Of course it does. Well, now I don't think it's Tenmyoji if he hasn't had direct ordering. It's not Dio. So are you going to tell me? Isn't it that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought
ノ
here?
ナリーゲームをし
And why were we supposed to play the
計
Nunnery
画の
game?
ため
Why did Alex kill
マ
herself?
ジカル6に感染していたことが原因です。
How did she get
ノー
infected?
マとゼロボスが感染させたから計
Why?
画のために
It was a necessary
必要
evil.
だったから。
What would have happened if Alex hadn't committed unaliving?
私が四つ葉さんに疑われることはなく、注射銃は誤って
Wouldn't have accidentally killed me. Then what?
私は倒れず、リオさんはその結果的には医務室での脅迫事件も発生。
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoji died for this project. Well, actually, it was the Hubokura and Karine that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the Nunnery game. The Nunnery game was part of the project, and that's one more way it killed
ええ
them.
そういうことに。
Now, what about Kay and Dio? What would they kill? Why would they kill each
事
other?
の発端はこの犯行の発覚を恐れたために、リオさんは
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place. So let me ask you this: why did Dio kill
プレ
her?
イヤーの一人になり変わるため
And why did he do
計
that?
画を。
Then why did she let him
そ
kill
れも
her?
やはり計画を遂行する上で
So she's meant to die continuously because this happens before you wake up. So these events are already taking place by the time like Dio's already in, he's killed her, and everything like that, right? There's a lot of still like unanswered things, but there are other routes to probably answer those. 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered one way or another by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? The question is, who is the senior? Cool. Please, Emma, tell me, what is the project about? Who is the old one? Who is Zero?
Sigma さん、抱きしめてもらえますか?
What? Oh, okay. Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. That's more of my stomach or abdomen, but it's fine. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying? Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Oh, she's breaking. Hey, Luna. What the hell's going on?
この体に改装された APT それが禁止慣薬を打たれたことで
Okay, okay. I get it.
罪が悪い。これが私はゴーレム。ただの泥人形。人の手によって生み出された。
I love music box, like songs that play like during a game. Cause it has so much symbolism. I learned that very greatly from the Nier series. Like once they have like a music box playing, but like music starts to kind of up from it too, or like come down from it, I'm just like, oh fuck, this shit's crazy good. Wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could. Hey, Slide, do you see the state of play? I know you like Sony stuff. Of course, I trust you. Man, fuck. Hey, don't give up hope overall. Hopefully tomorrow, Summer Game Fest, it gets mentioned, and the reason they didn't put it on State of Play is because it's not going to be a Sony exclusive. Think of that. Think of the goodness that it could possibly be. That's me currently having Copium for KH4, Persona News, anything Nier related, anything to Nier related, and Final Fantasy. I honestly believe Summer Game Fest tomorrow is gonna reveal like a bunch of shit that the reason why it wasn't on State of Play. God of War being on Sony makes complete sense because it kind of is more like an exclusive to Sony and it like stays there. So they're probably gonna stay on Sony for like maybe a year or two for like their exclusivity. The 2 is because Sony is Sony, but if it's a year, it adapts to other things. But let's hope on that too. Considering Sony's now like, yo, we're not putting our games on PC anymore. Lost potential. I didn't even read what she said. About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body, remember? The truth is, he didn't. Do not compare us Bloodborne fans to you. I know it's a copy pasta, but ooh, that kind of like, I was this close to just banning. I was this close to timing out. I'm like, if I didn't know you, time out. That was like, ooh, that hit a nerve somewhere in there. It's here's my guess for Persona related shit. It's either gonna reveal what's happening with Persona 4, as in, like, we're gonna see better gameplay, we're gonna see the gameplay, we're gonna see everything that's gonna have more visual besides the teaser trailer that we received before. Or, they're revealing Persona 6, and it's gonna be like, it comes out next year, and it's like, what? Or, this is just high levels of, like, maybe. They reveal both things, as in, hey, here's Persona 4, what we're doing, or like how the game looks and everything, besides the teaser trailer we already revealed. And then like at the end of it, all of a sudden, P6, and it's like, I'm streaming that tomorrow, the Summer Games Fest. So I am gonna stream early so we could get some Eye of Samana files involved. But definitely want to get around, like once we get to 5, it's like I'm trying to get the scheduling for that too. And maybe some Tomo after the Summer Game Fest. Maybe. I know I haven't done any Tomo this entire week. And trust me, I kind of want to very soon. But yeah.
アリスさんの自殺も、すべての発端である老婆の殺害も、全部何もかも阻止できたということになります。
I didn't know this. I thought you just did grindy games. Considering you play RPGs. Any game that is an RPG, JRPG, anything of the sort, it is a grind game, no matter what. You? Considering you're mentioning it? What? Wait, are you saying... But why? No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong. Luna, it's going to be okay. I'm not going to let them do this. You're going to be fine, I promise. Just please don't. Luna! Ah, she's disintegrating. Doctor! But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. I'll be with you on that slide. We kind of went on a tangent just talking. When one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. Okay, I was about to say, like, is that it? I'm like, I see a black screen. Do we see, like, the thing come up? Like, what's happening? Okay, there you go. Alright, let's talk about the first route. Personally, fucking hate it. But, once you get to the part where you need to put the password and the ID and everything, once it gets beyond that, it makes sense. Everything now from what has happened, it makes sense. Yes, there are certain things from the right path, or like from other timelines, where you need to uncover information to get to that part. Honestly, though, it's not as bad as I would think it would be. Like, if they, like, put major specific things, yeah, that's where it would have been bad. But, I personally believe this is not terrible. If you're playing Virtue's Last Reward first, I would not recommend doing what I did. Look up the password and the ID. Do not look it up at all. Do not look up the password or anything like that at all. Like, actually play through the other routes first, and then, you know, get to this point. But if you play 999 first, and you have every knowledge that comes from 999 going into this game, it makes absolute sense. Yeah, I can't even skip this. Oh, so no, you can't skip these. Okay. I honestly wish I could skip this. I can't do anything. But to you, Sly, real quick. Let me see. Honestly, mention of state of play from yesterday, all I remember is God of War and Wolverine and Tomb Raider, and like that's the only thing I barely remember. There was a game about these yokai hunters that seemed interesting to me, at least. The Onimusha game. What else was there? There was something else that was like, oh, apparently I didn't see this trailer at all that appeared, but Rayman Origins remake was also out, so now they have like 3D models and it's a whole thing. Okay, the thing is not that long. Luna N. It's a Luna N. Saw Luna's End in VLR. Saw any of the endings in VLR. Cool. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Okay. This is what's happening next week. What I'm gonna do is go through this route, then this, and then we're starting on this pathway. I don't know how long these two sections are gonna take, but it might not be long. Maybe like an hour each. So it'll be like 2 hours, and then we'll probably start on this. We'll see where we kind of end up at from there on for next week. That's a lot of shit. Yeah, and guess how they fucking do certain parts in this fucking game? The fact that there's a fucking... There's certain sections, Sly, where Sigma goes on a fucking tangent. And I'm like, bro, we don't not need this right now. The game's already long as it is. Why include more? By the way, right here, this is where the cutoff point was. And then it continued. Like, so this revealed when I got to here. Or like here, somewhere around here, one of these two. Well, anyways. But yeah, so next week, this, and possibly more of this section. And then we'll be, down the line, we'll just go through every route possible. Oh yeah, this is now just gonna cut back to... Wait, can I... It won't let me skip. Please, dear God. But yeah, the state of play wasn't that great, personally speaking. Oops. There's an option to skip dialogue. Where is it? Yeah, skip text. I can put it on if I want to. I should now, since now I got the whole thing basis. But you could select where they're going into the thing when you go on that menu screen, or the flowchart. So you can select whichever one. Hey, guess who figured that out, Sly? 3 parts in on the first game that I thought I could have not skip on. Yeah, me. When I found that out, I was mad. But other than that, yeah. But yeah, Sly, hopefully you're here tomorrow. I know you're busy with work and everything, so I know I don't, mean to be here tomorrow, But tomorrow, hopefully I do starting an early stream of the Samana Files. State of Play starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully we'll be already 3 hours in for Samana or anything else. I want to say I want to start streaming at 1, if not 1, 2 at best. And then, yeah, 5. And then, depending how long the Summer's Game Fest is, maybe after that, Tomo. Maybe. I'm not promising it, but it's a maybe. But other than that, I am going to call it here for Virtuous Last Reward. We got one ending. We have many endings to go through. It's gotta restart the damn opening. We got many endings to go through still. And we'll eventually go to that when the time comes. But right now, this is where I'm ending stream. It's 3 hours. I expected only like 2 hours today, but it got longer than I thought. But anyone on Twitch who just chilled, lurked, vibed, dropped by, Bombarder, I appreciate the raid you gave me earlier. Thank you again. That was your second time. I appreciate you. YouTube, you watch all the way to the end of this. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did look up the ID and password, but it's not that bad. Honestly speaking, I don't think it's that bad. There are certain segments I am a little bit confused about, but I think we'll unlock those segments later down the line. But I'm gonna stop here. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow from iSummonophiles, Summer Game Fest, and possibly Tomo. On that, calling here. Bye. Shene.